Okay, let's quickly look at the parts of the cerebral abacus. Now, this device you see here is called the cerebral abacus. Okay, quickly, the most important part on the cerebral abacus, or the most important item on the cerebral abacus, is this or are these set of things here. I'll touch them so that you see them. Okay, good. We call them the beads, and actually the adjective before it tells the positioning of the beads. We have some beads at the lower parts and some beads at the upper parts. So their names are, for the ones beneath, we call them the lower beads, while the ones above, we call them the upper beads. Okay, I'm making inference, I'm stretching out the upper and lower, upper beats and lower beats. Okay, so upper beats here, lower beats. Very good. So the beads are actually standing on their rods. So these things that you have the beads positioned on, we call them the rods. Okay, now the next item, the second most important item is the beam. This center thing here, very important. The beam is where we record our answer. So whatever touches the beam is recorded. Okay, we call it the beam. So you can see these things are touching the beam. Okay, so we record them whenever they touch the beam. But whenever they are away from the beam, we don't record them or we subtract them depending on the situation. So in this case, we don't record them, but when we are doing subtraction, we subtract them. Then the third most important item is the clearing device. Sometimes you can have your abacus a bit messed up with values. You use the clearing device. When you just tap on it once, everything clears. So that is called the clearing device, used for clearing the abacus. Next up is the abacus. Every of these sits on the frame. Okay, this outer part is the frame of the abacus. Okay, usually hold the frame firmly to your table whenever you are performing a calculation, because these beads can actually dangle and move out of position. So we hold the frame firmly to the table to ensure that our calculations go neatly as possible. Okay, very good. Then finally, we have the periods. The periods are used to mark off place value. Okay, so if I'm to perform very huge calculations, okay, this period tells us that everything beneath here are decimals. If I'm to perform calculations in thousands, I don't have to start counting hundreds, tenths, units, tenths. No, I don't need to do that. I just jump with my period. If I say 20,000, I know that this is my thousandth period by this, okay, pointer. Then I'll go over to the next value, and that is my tens of thousands. If I'm to do that in millions, I'll just jump over to the next period, and that is millions. Okay, that's the easiest way to move on the abacus using your pointers.